Hey, Dad. Before we dive into this article, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like. Um, I promise you won't regret it. Now, let's get started. We've got an interesting story today. So, as a seasoned observer and comedy connoisseur, I've seen my fair share of acts on various stages across the globe. Um, Recently, a truly curious incident involving Mr. Brendan O'Carroll and his use of a rather questionable joke during the film set has left me both puzzled and disheartened. Yeah, Brendan O'Carroll, who you might know as the man behind Mrs. Brown in the popular series Mrs. Brown's Boys, has stated that his use of a rather off-color yes during one of the episodes was actually a good thing for the BBC. And over the next few moments, I'll share the story of why he said that. Ladies and gentlemen, it all started when a certain Irish actor found himself at the center of a rather unpleasant episode involving the use of inflammatory language that may find deeply hurtful. And it was this incident reportedly happened in front of his stupefied castmates and production crew, leaving them completely taken aback, while sweeping his sorial mama as Agnes Brown. Supposedly, Paul Carroll said, "I don't refer to a spade as a spade. I call a spade something else." And then he went on with a statement that has raised quite a few eyebrows. However, Brendan reportedly flatly denies any malice in his actions. He argues instead that by hinting at the very insensitive remark, he has managed to do a great favor to the BBC. It has, according to him, fostered and created awareness about racism and even more about how things are managed at the BBC. And in typical Brendan fashion, speaking to The Sun on Shed It In, he added, the one thing that incident did is give great awareness about racism and great awareness about the BBC. They don't take any messing. And there you had it. He believes the situation ultimately turned out to be as it sparked conversations and discussions around the topic. Interestingly, this was not the first time something like this has happened. And last month, when the whole scandal came to light, Brendan's spokesperson clarified things to the Mail. We'd like to make clear that the Galwegian term wasn't explicitly used, but it rather insinuated. So what happened was Mrs. Brown started to say something, but her daughter, Kathy, interrupted her. And as for the repercussions of any such missteps, the BBC has reportedly strong procedures in place to tackle them effectively. After all was said and done, Brendan later expressed regret for any insensitive humor displayed during his portrayal of Mrs. Brown, which could have possibly suggested a certain racially charged connotation. And so in the end, the episode left up in the air was one for the books. The show will carry on as usual, and life will return to normal on set in Glasgow at the Pacific Key Studios. And that's more or less how the story unfolded. And with this, I'll leave you with this lighthearted quip. If laughter is the best medicine, then comedy must be prescription strength. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.